Hello, Roy Mithril here once again, getting back to the Legend of Zelda Second Quest 100% run. This time the overworld segment's not going to be too terribly bad, though I do need to get more rupees than I have. We need to do a little bit of shopping. Okay, that actually warped me directly where I needed to go, so no time wasted there. But basically, I need to go ahead and get the arrows, which, anywhere you go, they're 80 rupees. Could have sworn they were available for 50 somewhere, but I think I was just looking at the map wrong. The 8-bit 8 can be very easy to interpret as a 5. That plus wishful thinking. So I definitely need to get those, and as long as I'm on a shopping trip, I also kind of want to go ahead and replace the bait. I know I'm going to need that in a later dungeon. So if I can go ahead and get that out of the way, that'd be nice. Problem is, to afford both those things, I actually need at least 140 rupees. And we're out of secrets to everyone. So it might be time that I have to rely on gambling. It's right next to the shop I need anyway. Unless you guys want to be really helpful money spiders, and apparently not. Well, that was disappointing. May as well see if you guys have anything to drop. Yeah, P-hats are super annoying. And apparently not really willing to pay out. Oh, fine, twirl away. Let's play money-making game. I'm feeling right-hand side. And, well, that gives me exactly what I need. Glad I didn't pick the center. It's gonna completely drain my resources as far as rupees are concerned, but I'll make them back. So we'll replenish that. Now we need to stick to the coastline a bit. Go ahead and pick up some things while we're in the area. Well there, at least I won't be left with absolutely nothing. At least at this point, most of the really major purchases we need to make are out of the way. There are a few others, but nothing too terrible. So using the raft, we come up here, and we take anyone we want. And so we're up to 11 hearts. With that, there's only one heart left in the overworld, and we'll see it along the way. Yep, guess what we still need? So stingy with that thing. So we'll just duck in here. And we'll buy the arrows. Excellent. Oh, we can get rid of Zora now. Zora, Zola. Oh, now I'm mixing them up. Oh, well. They're pretty much one and the same anyway. But we're going to use the recorder. Get where we're going a little bit faster. We'll warp back to the Dungeon 1 entrance. Every little bit helps. we've already made a decent bit back anyway. But now we can use the raft to go up here. Yeah, you're going down on pure principle. You guys are annoying. This used to be Dungeon 4. It is now Dungeon 5. It received a promotion. But with that, time for a quick refreshing pause, and we'll be back in a moment. And so with that, welcome to Dungeon number 5. Compared to number 4, this place is fairly straightforward, at least as far as the path goes. It definitely has its own way of being super irritating, though. So the spooky eyeballs in the dark were just a pair of Zols. Nothing major. And here we have our first encounter with like-likes for this quest. They take a lot of hits to destroy, and if they latch onto you, they can consume the magical shield. If they do so, it resets you to the normal shield, and you actually have to buy another magical shield. I'd really rather not have to shell out another 90 rupees though, so let's avoid that. There's a bit of a branching path here, but it takes care of itself pretty quickly. So yes, this room is just extra special on the annoyance meter. We've got Wizzrobes paired up with colored bubbles. The red ones aren't too bad. With a white sword, it only takes 2 hits to defeat them. The blue ones, on the other hand, they're very unpredictable about how they move around when they decide to phase through walls or even just over land. And they do a lot of damage. They hit like a truck. I actually had to change my recording setup because of the blue Wizzrobes. I had to turn off Windows Aero. When I record without it, there's less frame skip. And the frame skip was just getting way too in the way. It was making it to where, when Wizzrobes were phasing out, they became pretty much invisible. So that was a problem. So we get a key for dealing with those keys. And it's time to move on down these stairs. So one note about red bubbles. I have been told that there are other ways of getting your sword back. You can either visit a fairy fountain, which takes you well out of your way and means you have to leave the dungeon and reset everything, or you can consume medicine, which is rather on the pricey side. So really looking for blue bubbles, as annoying as it can be, it's probably the most cost-effective / convenient method. Still annoying, though. So this room makes me kind of nervous. There's not a whole lot of room to deal with these blue Wizzrobes, and there's kind of a lot of them. It's kind of a balancing act. You want to be aggressive against them, but not too aggressive to where you lose focus. The magical shield can block their shots, but usually you're going to be attacking them, so your sword's going to be out and it won't actually work. Hi there, Goma. We can't really deal with you just yet. And we have a room full of 3 red bubbles with no blue bubbles to reset your sword. Fun times. That's just kind of a jerk move. But coming in here, we finally get the bow. Took them long enough. I mean, you compare the first quest, where they gave it to us in the very first dungeon, to this one waiting until the 5th. But there we go, at least we finally have it. And that means we'll be able to deal with Goma as well. If the red bubbles will just stay out of the way. Hi there, Goma. Take your eye drops, please. It takes 3 shots to destroy a blue Goma. The hit detection can be a little bit picky, so be cautious in lining up your shots. Also note, each shot costs 1 rupee. Arrows are not a separate pickup in this game. I'm not really sure why they did it the way they did, but just be cautious about that. I want to say in Zelda Classic, you could actually set it to work either way in some versions of it. Either that shots cost a rupee, or that arrows were their own thing. I at least think that's how it worked. I didn't want the candle, I wanted the boomerang. I wanted the bat clearance device. Okay, now I want the candle. Put the candle back. So in this room we have just normal bubbles, and we also have fire. Fire are another enemy that work basically like Zols, only this time they split into 2 keys if you damage them. The white sword is not enough to one-shot them, so we'll have to deal with them splitting for now. And we have the map. Today's dungeon is brought to you by the letter Z. And thankfully I think this is the last of the letter-based dungeons, because I've kind of run out of Muppet voices. Another room with Wizzrobes and permanent sword loss bubbles. At least we got rid of the blue Wizzrobes. Just in time to get hit with a red bubble. Fun times! Get back here. Give me my sword back, thank you. Okay, that wasn't too terribly bad. But still, the damage is adding up. Yeah. Be quick to move in this room. Blue Wizzrobes have a nasty habit of spamming their magic if they get in a line with you. Just another way they're kinda cheap. Unfortunately, the boomerang does not stun them. Else I'd be very happily using that. If you guys wanted to drop a fairy or at least a heart, I would very much appreciate that. Spooky, scary eyeballs! That works for me. We get the compass. Oh boy, likes, Wizzrobes, and at least it's just a normal bubble this time. Okay, it didn't have time to actually eat my shield, but I'm going to die. Or maybe not. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, we have another rude placement of a key where we need the stepladder to get it before we get the stepladder. So, that's irritating. They just love doing that. Alright, we have Manhandle again. Okay, that went fairly well, other than getting hit after it was gone. But at least I did one-shot it. And at least this is just a room full of bats. I can deal with that. Sadly, they won't drop any health. And apparently one was the leader. A shame that I only got it very close to the end there. Well, okay then. And with that, it's boss time. And I really wish I had more health to deal with this, because it's Gliok. A 3-headed one this time. The good news is, we do more damage and take less damage. Since we have the white sword and the blue ring at this point, we didn't with the first Gliok. But simply due to the rest of the damage that this dungeon did to me, we're at comparable health to last time. But that's already 2 heads down. Just the one to go. And there we go. Yeah, this dungeon's a bit of a thing, but with that, we are out. We've got the 5th piece of the Triforce. Lovely. That one, definitely a bit of a thing. Bloody Wizzrobes. But at least this dungeon can't hurt us anymore. So just gonna get rid of you while I do my outro. Because, yeah, that's where we're gonna call it for now. Another dungeon complete, another piece of the Triforce obtained, just another day on the job. Slow down. Sure, now you're giving me health. But yeah, with that, that's where we're going to call it, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well.